All right. So when we have to prove this, right? When we have to prove this, you have to prove that two triangles that are being formed here are similar or are congruent to one another, right? So the first thing that you do when we are proving any theorem, you do something which is called the construction, right? And you have to explain what line did you construct, right? So since you have that, I would construct line OR
or
and I would construct
and
line,
OS.
yes, OS. And you need to write it here. So you say construct line OR and line OS, right? You need to write that here, right? And then now you can see that we have two triangles, right? And you can see that since we have 90 here, we also have 90 here. And then we have two triangles, which is the first triangle, which would be this triangle, right? And the second one, obviously, will be that triangle, right? Now,
Yes.
now you have to specify that you are talking about two triangles, and you also have to write this down. So you say it, you say it like this: in triangle, right? In triangle. If I'm writing the triangle like this, I'm specifying that in triangle, and then I'll call OTR, OTR, right? And then you need to be consistent the way you are calling your triangles, right? I call this OTR, and then if I call the second one, I will say OTS, right? And triangle OTS. Any question here?
No.
Now, so in order for you to prove the congruence, right? To prove that two triangles are congruent, you need to prove you you need to have three reasons, right? And then once you have three reasons, then you can conclude and say these two triangles are congruent to one another. Any question here? Do you have any question?
No. No.
Now, so the first triangle, this one, okay, the first thing that we can prove, we can say OT, line OT is a common side. So that's the first thing that is true, because you can see that O line OT, you find line OT in triangle OTR, and you also find OT in triangle OTS, right? Any question here?
Yes.
Right. And then you say angle, which is angle O, okay, no, angle T2, right? Because they specify that. So angle T2 is equal to angle T1, right? And the reason for that, they both equal to 90 degrees. Or you can say angle T2
Can
is
I
equal.
say angles on a straight line?
No. Okay,
For the
yes.
reason.
Oh, yes, you can say it like that.
For the
Yes.
reason.
Yes, you can say it like that. You can say that, but use this one in an exam, right? Use this one. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can say T2 is equal to angle T1 is equal to 90 degrees, right? And then given. That is given, right? So this is given. So you can write this reason or you can write this reason. Write one of these. Okay. Any question here?
No.
And then once you have that, you can then the second one, the last one, right? The last one, you can then say line OR is equal to line OS. The reason for that is radi, right? Because you know that the line that is drawn from the center to the circumference is the radius, and the radius are equal. So hence this line will be equal to that line. Any question here?
No.
Now, since I have three reasons that I have to prove that these two triangles are congruent, therefore, I can conclude, right, by saying, therefore, triangle OTR, right, is congruent to triangle OTS. And the reason for that, I use the side, the angle, and the side. So I can say side, angle, side. And then by proving that, I can now conclude that RT is equal to RS. So therefore, RT is equal to TS. Why? Congruent triangles. Any question here?
No.